transmitting live from the future.
The bidding for Tim Mazaris will now begin. Green Manager, what is your bid?
I bid $1,000.
Blue Manager, what is your bid? $2,000.
$3,000.
Silence! The rules state you can only bid once. Tim Mazaris sold to the Blue Manager.
Hello, welcome to the Inlay. Now a little while ago, I showed you a game called Takedo. Now Takedo is an absolutely beautiful game with an absolutely insane concept. Takedo sees each player quietly walking down a road, with the winner being the person who had the most fulfilling experience. Now that game was designed by a man named Antoine Bauza, and Bauza is actually my absolute favorite board game designer. But before he showed us the life of spiritual fulfillment you can find in Takedo, he showed us the merits of a different lifestyle, the life of rock. This is Rock Band Manager, and it sees each player taking on the role of the most important band member. No, not the front man with his high kicks, not the guitarist with his shredding skills. No, the manager with the most important tool in the music industry, money. So, grab your headbands and V-necks and step with me inside the box.
Each player starts off with a guitar and 9 envelopes of cash, ranging from $1,000 to $9,000. Now you use this money to actually buy your band members, but you don't buy them directly. You see, you actually have to bid for them. Now these band members, they have skills ranging from good to not so good.
Alright, when I said I could play the guitar.
You start off the bidding process by selecting one of the band members. Now the next person could either pass or put up a bid. Now this goes around the table up until it gets back to you, wherein you could actually match the highest bid or let them take it. You didn't even want the person anyway.
This design choice may seem a little backwards, but think about what it will allow you to do. A cunning player can oh so subtly drive up the price of a band member for another player. And since money is converted into victory points at the end of the game, those are victory points that player won't be able to collect. This can backfire on you, however, as you may end up paying for a band member you didn't want to begin with.
After everyone has collected their bands, it's time for awards!
Yay!
The first is this one. This is the Best Rock Band Award, and that one goes to the person with the highest collective rock band skill. Next is this, the First Rock Band Award, which goes to the person who collected their band first. And then there's the oh so politely awarded Most Promising Band Award, which goes to the person who has the least collective rock band skill. After those are all given out, it's time to get into your tour bus and head over to Superstardom. And Superstardom you'll find here in your Phase 2 cards. Now you're going to lay them out like this, and they're going to be cards that correspond to the 3 different skills on each of your band members' cards. The first one is this, done with your charisma skill. These are venues. These are shows that your band will shred their guts out. That didn't sound too... Anyways, these cards are going to correspond to victory points. They're all going to give you points depending on how good the show was. Next are these album cards, which are going to be recorded with your band's talent skill. Now these album cards have a value on them which isn't victory points, but will be important a little bit later in the game. Last, we have these opportunities. Now, opportunities are earned with your band's opportunism skill, and those cards each have some special effect which goes into effect right when you get it. For example, there's Sabotage, which makes your opponents have to discard their most recent concert, or there's Contacts, which increases the value of all your remaining money.
During each player's turn, they will pick one of their band members to participate in the round. Their skill values will determine what options they have available to them. For example, Steve McUgly, the lead vocalist of the Mashed Potatoes, has an opportunism of 3. Meaning that Steve McUgly will be able to take an opportunity card from one of the first 3 columns. meaning he'll only be able to take either the bootleg records or fans opportunity card, but not the golden opportunity card because it is in column 5. Then the other players will make their selections. Once all players have gone, the cards are removed. The older cards are shifted forward, and new cards are brought into play. This allows for an element of strategy as you take lower cards to bring higher cards into reach, hoping that an opponent doesn't take it first. However, if 2 opponents take the same card, then a money war ensues.
It's fine! God damn, bastard!
This sees players bidding with their remaining cash to get the card.
So anyways, after you patch the... Anyways, after you've used up all 5 of your band members, claiming yourself 5 career cards, the phase is over, and it's time for more awards.
Yay.
There are gold, silver, and bronze awards worth tour bus loads of victory points that go to the bands with the 3 highest album total. The third and final phase of the game works more or less exactly like the last one. You set out your cards, you claim them from the columns, but here's the biggest difference. You use different cards. You use these Career Apex cards. These have concerts and albums that are worth like double points. It has opportunity cards that are so powerful they can kill off some of your opponent's band members with drugs. And after it's over, you hand out even more awards.
Yay.
Huge awards worth tons and tons of points. Look at these awards compared to the last ones. Look at, they're huge. Then, when that's all over, everyone counts up their points. You count them up from your shows, from your awards, any spare cash you have, and some opportunity cards. And then the band who's been managed the best, the band who has the most points, the band that's rocked the hardest wins. Yeah! So, I've probably got most of you thinking that I really like Rock Band Manager, that I think it's a good game. And in truth, I do. I have a lot of fun with Rock Band Manager, and I think that it is a good game. But, I have to confess something. It is actually, in reality, not. It's just sort of okay, at best. It's okay at best. The turns can take a long time with a lot of downtime, with people trying to pick what they want. Although the rules have a really nice rule for player conflict, or both people pick the same card and then you bait with money. It really doesn't work that way most of the time. Most people just pick what they want. There's minimal player interaction, and in truth, like, it feels like it should be a filler game. It feels like it should be something that you slot in between your longer games just to kill time while you're waiting for someone to arrive or waiting for the pizza to get here, whatever. It feels like a game that should take 15, 20 minutes, but it doesn't. It takes 30 to 45 minutes, and that's a long time for something that just should be a middle part in your evening. But despite all this, I still think that it's a great game that I think some of you will really enjoy. And the reason for this is role-playing.
So, Monk, it's gonna be dangerous. We're entering the werewolf's nest. Remember not to touch any of their eggs, for if you do, they will... Hey, who's that?
I'm a bard, man.
A bard? Could you use your songs to bequeath us with strength for our upcoming battle?
Yeah, I could bequeath you with stuff, but I'm only level 4, so I could bequeath only one of you.
Surely I deserve it, for I'm a knight. I need strength and
Like the way you think. What have you got?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
No, that's not really what I mean. What I mean by role-playing is storytelling. Turn this game from just a regular run-of-the-mill card game into a storytelling game. If you and a friend of yours actually do have one of those fights over who gets to get a card, over who gets to get like a concert card, what happened at that concert? Was their band on stage, ready to play, picks held high, when your band rushed the stage, kicked them off, stole their instruments, and played the show instead? When you get an album card, tell us what the name of that album is. How well did it do in the charts? You know? What's the best song on that album? And if you're feeling particularly fun, sing that song. Goad your friends into singing. It'll be great. I guarantee it, because you'll sing a song. It'll be terrible or great. I don't judge. And then when it gets to their turn and they don't want to sing a song because they're embarrassed, they're not going to say that they're embarrassed, but they're really embarrassed to sing in front of their friends. You're going to goad them into it, and then they'll sing a song, and it'll be great. In a previous game, I played a band called Dinosaur, and we had albums like Jurassic Reich and Tar Pit Forum, with our hit single being a song called Baby Dinosaur, which goes a little something like this.
Baby dinosaur, baby dinosaur, a baby.
It was great. We ended up singing that song like the entire night and having a great, great time. But, as I said, it's not really a great game without that role-playing element. You know, if you have the kind of friends that are going to really get involved and tell stories and be wacky and crazy, then it's a great game. It's not expensive. You can have a lot of fun just coming up with album names and band names and singing crazy songs. But if you have a group that isn't really keen on that storytelling element, which is fine, and you're really going to just play the game as it's laid out in the manual, I can't recommend it. I really can't. I love Antoine Bauza, like I said at the beginning of this video. He's a great designer. I love his games. Some of my favorite games are games he's made, but this is honestly not one of his best games. As a regular card game, can't recommend it. I really can't. But as a storytelling game, it is phenomenally fun, and you'll enjoy it every single time until you get tired of your friends singing. Either way, thank you so much for watching the Inlay. If you'd like to see more from the Inlay, you can check out the rest of the videos on this channel. Make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and check out the other things we have on our channel, like the Shadownuts, which is a role-playing podcast series that we're hosting here on YouTube, where you can listen to me and a couple of other people play Shadowrun, which is a role-playing game, a storytelling game. I work it back to the theme there. It's great, it's fun, you should check it out, and you can check out istcomics.com, which you can not only find more stuff from the Inlay there, but you can check out Generation. It's a webcomic, it's great, it's got pregnancy and superheroes, it's great, you'll love it. You'll love it, check it out, istcomics.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.